So the other day, right, I woke up, I picked up my phone, and I kind of just started comparing myself instantly to other people online and kind of overthinking about the whole process of becoming successful. And I was thinking like, am I ever going to be successful? Am I good enough to be successful? Am I doing the right things to actually get to where I want to be? All of these thoughts kind of just started bursting out in my head. And I was just continuously comparing myself to people who I was scrolling past, who were successful and who were making money online, who had a larger following than me. I was comparing myself to them and thinking, how can I be in a position that they're in? What do I have to do to go from where I am now to where they are? And it kind of just brought me back to the fact that if you stay disciplined, if you stay dedicated and actually willing and patient, then eventually something's going to click along the lines. If you keep learning every time that you post, if you keep learning every single day, eventually something's got to work, right? And when you're in that position of just overthinking and continuously comparing yourself to other people, it's not a good feeling. Like, you're actually feeling like, I'm not doing enough, I need to do more, I don't feel good about myself. And so when you're in that position, you just have to remind yourself that consistency will eventually trump everything. If you're in a similar position to me, like you have goals and you want to achieve something in your life and you're kind of stuck when you don't really know what to do and you're overthinking a lot, I want you to remind yourself that everything will kind of work out the way it's supposed to if you continue doing the right things. So even when things aren't looking great, and like me the other day, I wasn't feeling great about myself, you kind of question yourself if what you're even doing is worthwhile. Just continue to remind yourself and remember that without the bad times and without going through the struggle that you go through, you can't have success and you can't have the happy times. So without the bad, you can't have the good. And everything in life is temporary. Like, pain is temporary, emotion is temporary. So everything will pass with time. And if you're patient enough with yourself, those bad times will pass and you'll eventually get into a routine, get into a disciplined state that you're able to continue working towards your goal day by day. So if you can focus on yourself and kind of not compare yourself to others, which I know it is easier said than done, and I know a lot of people say it online, but it is easier said than done because I do it myself. I compare myself to a lot of people. If you can do that, you're gonna find the process a lot easier because you're gonna be able to block out what everyone else is doing and kind of just focus on your own journey. So if you trust the process and trust in what you're doing will eventually pay off, success is going to follow. So if you're in a position of stress, if you're overthinking, if you're comparing yourself to other people, I want you to remember, like, that's completely normal. Everyone does that. Everyone goes through those times where they're not feeling great about themselves or they're not feeling great about the position or the progress that they've made. Something that might help is looking back on who you were a couple years ago and seeing how far you've come from there. And if you haven't come very far, maybe that'll give you some motivation to keep going into the future. But all you can do right now is just keep doing what you're doing, stay focused, stay disciplined, and eventually something will click. I hope you guys got value from this video. If you want to stay on the better side of YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. I have a free workout plan down below as well if you want to check that out. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later. Peace.